So this contest between Morgan Mcintosh, boxing out of the blue corner with the black shorts and the gold lightning bolt going down the side, against Jensen Irving with the black shorts with the red and yellow. Your commentators, myself, Kieran Gibbons. I'm delighted to be joined by manager, trainer, promoter, Mr. Richie Gardner.
Very kind of you, thank you very much. I've got to be honest with you, Morgan Mcintosh, he's a very flashy boxer, and I think that those trunks say it all. Sequined, gold flashes down the side, they look absolutely beautiful. I would have loved to have boxed in a pair of those myself, but I'm not sure I could have done them justice, Kieran.
Well, they would have looked lovely with the cowboy hat you've got on at the moment, Rich.
Well, do you know what? I mean, you keep saying I'm a cowboy, and I've got to live up to that reputation. Morgan's just boxing beautifully here. He's working behind a lovely long jab. He's got great footwork. And let's make no mistake, I mean, Jensen Irving, he's a great little boxer himself. Much better than his record suggests. Sometimes he likes to have a little go. Had a little flutter with Kyron Jones, one of Gary Lockett's stable last time out. He's absolutely no mug, and Morgan's going to have to be careful here.
Yeah, this is Morgan Mcintosh's fourth contest this evening.
Two wins and one loss. The one loss, of course, comes to an absolutely fantastic journeyman, Jordan Granham. Jordan Granham, former ABA champion. He was in the English national squad, and certainly, again, not to be underestimated. But Jensen Irving, you've really got to be on top of your game to make sure that he doesn't try to take advantages for any weaknesses that he can expose.
Irving just tried to launch a right hand there. I think Mcintosh could see it coming, but that's the danger he has to be careful of.
I like the way that Morgan's controlling the centre of the ring here. You can see that he's just moving in and out, controlling the pocket, working off a nice jab. Jab left hook there. Irving ducked underneath it, but you can see that he's going to be dangerous with that left hook if he steps on it.
I was talking to Morgan Mcintosh a few hours ago.
Lovely jab there from Morgan.
When he was just milling about getting ready for the contest, and he's aware that Irving is a little bit of a step up, and there are dangers. He feels perhaps in his last contest he stayed in the pocket a little bit too much, but he's going to try and rectify that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, very, very experienced guy here, and you can see he's not in any way, shape or form, when he's pressing forward, following Morgan around the ring. He's applying very intelligent pressure, he's cutting the ring down, so that's obviously going to make Morgan work a little bit harder than normally he would be expected to. But like I said, I mean, when Morgan's actually throwing, he's controlling the centre of the ring, and when Jensen is pressing, he's obviously using that fantastic footwork that he's got. Nice jab again, doubles it up. I think he needs to double it up and perhaps throw the right hand over the top. I'd like to see just a few more combinations. When he works that double jab, he's catching Jensen with a second one, and it's a great jab he's got.
Yeah, I think actually Morgan Mcintosh said that in his last fight, I think which was in this venue as well a few months back, he felt he threw too many combinations, as in 4 or 5 punch combinations, when perhaps he should have been just throwing like a 3-punch combination. Just to the danger of the counter shot.
See Jensen Irving just having a little go at the end there, and a fantastic round for Morgan Mcintosh. So very typically of Jensen Irving there, you see him at the very end of the round, he hears the clacker for the last 10 seconds of the round, he has a little go, throws some dangerous left hooks, but of course Morgan he's developed that ring intelligence now where he's not going to fall for that anymore, he's not going to engage. You can see that he used his footwork and his head work, and he bobbed and he weaved himself out of trouble whilst getting a few shots off himself, which is a new sign of maturity, and he's throwing some great shots here.
A lot more patient this evening, Morgan Mcintosh. Sometimes it is difficult for a fighter because you want to be exciting, you want to entertain your fans, because ultimately you've got to sell tickets. But if you want to progress, this is a boxing match, not a fight. And it is a skill, and you can't overcommit yourself sometimes. Lovely combination.
Double the left hook, stepped in with double the left jab, stepped in with another double left jab and a right hand over the top. Caught Jensen Irving flush with the right hand. Didn't trouble him, of course, he's an exceptionally tough guy. Irving looking then, he sees Morgan just coming over the front foot a little bit, goes to throw the right uppercut, but checks it a little bit because Morgan just swayed out of the way.
Boxing really well, Morgan Mcintosh from Port Talbot.
Yeah, ties up Jensen there, turns him lovely and creates some space for himself to move back. Again, sat in the centre of the ring, looking to control with that jab.
Jensen Irving, he's boxed prior to tonight's contest 150 rounds of professional boxing, just to give an indication of his experience.
Morgan controlling there, exchanging a little bit. Nice right hand from Jensen Irving, but you can see he's getting marked up under the eyes a little bit, Jensen.
The referee for this contest, Mark H. Davis from Caerphilly. He's a referee on the way up as well, and Rhys Carter is actually scoring the contest ringside.
Double left hook there from Morgan Mcintosh.
He really has got flashy combinations, Morgan Mcintosh, when he lets his hands go.
Puts his shots together really well. Nice left hook. Jensen Irving tries to counter the right over the top, but Morgan's far too fast and rolls underneath it and ties him up. Oh, lovely. Slips 3 jabs there, Morgan Mcintosh. Comes back with a left hook of his own. Left jab, left hook. Catches a right check. Nice jab again from Morgan, and again.
Morgan Mcintosh got a really good...
Pull right.
Really good guys in his corner. The very experienced Darren Edwards was an excellent boxer in his own right, and Nigel Davis, who was probably one of the best amateur boxing trainers in British boxing over the last 10-15 years or so, if not longer.
Last 10 seconds now, Jensen Irving pressing him out
nice
a little bit.
hand.
Lovely little shot at the end. Nice close out to the round for Jensen Irving, but unfortunately he did nothing for most of it, and another round for Mcintosh.
Just at the end of round 2 there, Mcintosh got caught by, I think it was a left hook. We don't have replays here, so we can't watch it back, but it just shows the danger that Jensen Irving possesses. Nice right hand.
Left hook and then a right hand, and you can see he fancies this a little bit. Morgan carrying his chin a little high.
This is where the discipline of Mcintosh needs to come in. Doesn't want to get drawn into a slugfest here. He's coming out sharp shooting this round, Jensen.
And he goes for that right hand again. Nice lead right there from Morgan Mcintosh, so keeps him honest. Left hook.
Mcintosh's hands now starting to drop a little bit as well.
Yeah, you can see he's bringing him back to his chest, whereas before he's bringing him back to his chin. But when he's leading, nice right followed by a left hook there from Morgan.
There's the fast hands from Mcintosh.
3 left hooks and a right hand by Morgan, and you can see that his corner's instructing him, don't get carried away, which is exactly the right instruction to give. He needs to control this fight from the centre of the ring like he started out doing.
Yeah, this is what Mcintosh was telling me earlier this evening, that he just doesn't want to throw 1-2 punches too many and then get caught by a big counter.
Needs to keep those hands up when he's sliding out. If he's sliding out to the right, he needs to keep that right hand up. If he's sliding out to the left, he needs to keep the left hand up. He's guilty just on occasion of dropping those hands when he's sliding in that direction. Jensen Irving's really piling the pressure on here.
But remember, this is a learning curve for Morgan Mcintosh. Only his 4th contest this evening. And this is what guys like Jensen Irving are here to do. They're here to test the up-and-coming fighters. And he certainly is this evening. Oh, there's a left hook again from the man from Swindon. Bit of blood now around the nose of Mcintosh.
Referee tells him to separate, and that's a fantastic left hook by Morgan Mcintosh on the break. Back on the jab, Morgan here, and he needs to stay doing that. Nice lead right, uppercut follow there. Great shot by Mcintosh there. Sometimes the way that he puts his shots together, you know, he looks like a really cultured fighter. Just in the pocket a little bit too long there, and he's either got to get his shots off or he's got to get out. He can't just stay there.
I think Morgan Mcintosh is one of those guys, he loves to fight and he'd love nothing more than to have a tear up. But sometimes that's where the skill comes in, and that's where the discipline comes in, where you don't choose to stand and trade, and you do what he's doing now, which is get on his jab, although he did get caught with a right hand at the end of that combination.
10 seconds left, Irving will look the pressure now. Ooh. Nice shot by Morgan Mcintosh there, right hand, but he did eat one just towards the end of the bell.
Another really good round. So into the final round of what's turned out to be a really good fight. Both fighters having their moments.
Mcintosh comes out and signals his intention with a fantastic left hook. Nice turn on the ropes there again. Morgan works off the ropes as well. Oh, lovely. Really stamps that left right in there, Morgan Mcintosh.
Mcintosh, 28 years old.
Brother of Conor Mcintosh, of course.
Yes.
At the gym this week, sparring with Angelo Dragone, getting ready for his fight with the young JD Cuervo. We just saw that. It was a fantastic fight. And to be honest with you, that was a very competitive fight, and probably, you know, one of the best fights I've seen for a long time that wasn't contested for a title. You know, it's not often you see a 4-rounder like that. But we're seeing a very closely contested very closely contested 4-rounder here, where Jensen Irving's having a real go whenever he has the opportunity.
Yeah, he's a bit of a sharpshooter, Irving. He just lands the occasional shot.
Irving calling Mcintosh on there. Hopefully he's not going to be silly enough to fall into the trap and obviously come forward and start throwing silly shots. That's what Irving wants. He wants to bait him into that trap and then throw one of those wild left hooks or one of those straight rights and just call him onto it, you know. Morgan not falling for it, using great upper body work to sway out of the way from that right hand there. Takes an uppercut on the way in though, maybe guilty a little bit of coming over the front foot too far. Like to see him walk Irving back to the ropes here and just create himself a bit of space, you know.
Irving just talking to Mcintosh here. Nice right hand and a left hook from the Talbot boxer.
Lead right followed by a left hook there by Morgan Mcintosh, and those are fantastic shots, very well timed.
Keep moving are the instructions from Mcintosh's corner team.
Having a lot of success with that lead right there, Morgan Mcintosh.
Doesn't want to be careless now, Mcintosh.
That's what I like to see him do. He's got his shot off. He's inside the pocket. He's closed the distance, and he's walked Jensen back, and that's all he's got to do. Corner's shouting 30 seconds. Let's go. You know, keep your distance. Control that pocket.
And there's that right hand you mentioned there, Rich, on the uppercut.
Jensen retreating back to the ropes and calling Morgan on. As Morgan steps in, he tries to throw that uppercut. He tries to set that trap. 10 seconds to go, Kieran. 4-round shot out, maybe?
Possibly. Third may have been close, I don't know. Really good fight. Well done to both boxers. Entertaining stuff.